Hello, I'm Lisa with Living Life with Lisa, and on this channel we talk about dementia and living life with dementia from my point of view, because I was diagnosed in October 2017 with early onset. And so today we're going to talk about a couple of things. Right now I'm just going to check my mail, and yesterday my caregiver's here. Oh, okay. Alright. I was going to get my mail back. I got the stick because I got the IEPs are putting in the mailbox. So, anyway, my caregiver's here, and we've got traffic stops, so I gotta back up and let her in. Oh. Anyway, I'm going to leave so she can come in, and then we'll get started with this. Sorry about that. So, anyway, I want to talk about something that came up in my mild cognitive impairment group. And just as a side note, some people are joining the group because they've heard about it on this channel, and some, I think, are just finding it. But there's questions to get into this group. Please answer the questions, because we can't accept you if you don't answer the questions. That's just public service announcement. Meanwhile, back to the ranch. So I was talking to them about the fact that we don't have any support groups for people that have been diagnosed with dementia. And for example, probably within a 20, 30, 50 mile radius of my house, there's at least 5 caregiver groups, and at least, probably more than that. And as far as I know, throughout the entire country, there are 0 groups for those that have been diagnosed. And so we were talking about it and thought, and the lady that was going from the Alzheimer Dementia Center up in South Bend, that was going to work with me on starting a group in January, is not returning my calls, has not made any contact. So I'm thinking that's a no. And we were talking about it in a group chat yesterday, and the first thing I thought about was that a lot of people don't get diagnosed until they're in the mid stages. Very few of us get diagnosed in the early stages, but a lot of people get diagnosed with mild cognitive impairment. And so I said, what do y'all think about just starting a group with cognitive impairment, for cognitive impairment? And I thought that was good. Well, we kind of got on the subject about the fact that Alzheimer's is dementia, by the way. Dementia is supposed to be at epidemic levels in 2050, the year 2050, and nothing is being done by the Alzheimer's Association or any other organization that I can tell in the United States of America for any. I can't speak for other countries. I can only speak for here. But I believe that it's true in some other countries too. There's nothing being done to treat the patient. Now, the topic came up. People, the caregivers in these groups are complaining about people the patient, their loved one, being frustrated because they think it's because they can't talk and express themselves, and upset and angry and acting out because they're angry, and they all call it acting out. They're acting out and when they're angry, they're acting out. When they're frustrated, they're acting out. When they're doing any of those things. And what if they took all these people that get diagnosed, even with mild cognitive impairment, and start working with those people to deal with the emotions that come with being diagnosed with this kind of an illness, so that we can work through the anger, we can work through the fear, we can work through the emotions that come up, maybe, just maybe it will cut down on some of the acting out after become nonverbal or get worse down the line. Who's to say that if some of those people that are acting out, if they had a chance to process it when they were still able to, would be more at peace now. We don't know if that's true or not. It could be true, it might be true, it might not be true. But we don't know because we haven't tested it. Nobody has bothered to try. Even if it's not true, even if it doesn't work, the quality of life that the person has from diagnosis to the point where they're no longer functioning would be much better. The quality they'd be much more at peace than we are now if we had an outlet to express our emotions. I'm using YouTube. I'm trying to educate you, but at the same time, it helps me to get my emotions out. But I'm telling you that, why not? Why are these groups not happening? Why not improve the quality of life for those people that are diagnosed while you can, so that they can have a better quality of life from diagnosis to whatever. Mild cognitive impairment doesn't always go to dementia, but sometimes it does. And so why not process all that? Why not take care of that? Why not get it, talk about the feelings and the anger and the frustrations and the loss of future. Those things need to be discussed and go over. I guarantee you that, dementia doesn't happen to just the patient. Yes, it happens to everybody, but everybody else is getting a group to talk to, and we're not. And then we get yelled at, or talked about because we're acting out. Well, come on. And I'm not, who I am yelling at is the Alzheimer's Association. You guys are missing the boat. You are missing the boat. You have a perfect opportunity here to make a huge difference, and you're blowing it. And I'm here to tell you that something's got to change. What are you going to do in 2050 when it's at epidemic proportions and you have not laid out any framework for any of this? Start laying it out now so you are ready when it's time. There is no one to blame but yourselves. Okay? I'm going to start a group on my own. The heck with you guys. I just got to figure out what I want to call it, and I'm just going to do it because if we went on you, it's not going to happen. And I feel like I'm beating a dead horse, but the problem is that horse is not dead. That horse is just laying down at the switch and not doing his job, and he's getting beat because he needs to get up off his butt and get working. And so my point is, my anger is not directed at anybody other than the people that claim to be the ones helping us. You are not helping. You're not helping. Calling me for 20 minutes to tell me why it's a bad idea and nobody will come does not help. It's mind-boggling. And why don't we try to take care of people's emotional needs before they get to the point when they can no longer function or express themselves? Maybe that will make that time peaceful because they've already processed it, and maybe people will be less likely to act out. And you can't tell me that that's not true because you don't know, because you haven't tried it. After you try it, then tell me it doesn't work. But until then, we don't know if it works or not. It might work, and it might not. But I tell you what it will do. It will improve the quality of life for the family members and the caregivers, and for the patient that can still function and still express their emotions and how they feel. And it will make the quality of life for everybody, for them and everybody around them, much, much, much better if they could get some help too. When we get the diagnosis, we feel like we are dismissed. I am not the only one that has said that. In fact, I had several people say that to me. Once we got the diagnosis, it was like we were thrown away. And that is not acceptable. We're no longer going to hide under the carpet. We're no longer going to go hide up in the attic and be the crazy woman up in the attic or down in the basement. And we are going to be out on the front lawn screaming from the top of our lungs. And we are going to be at the restaurants and drooling with the napkin under our chin. Whatever. Because we're going to have to do whatever we have to do to make the stigma of this disease not so bad that everybody's afraid to help. It's not contagious. Nobody's going to catch it. And the Alzheimer's Association should be the ones out here with the rallying cry to get this done, not little old Lisa from northern Indiana. And I know I'm not the only one, and people are confidential, so they won't tell me who the others are that also are mouthy like me. They don't have YouTube channels, unfortunately. I wish they did. Then we could all get together and do our own little thing and figure out how to get this thing started. But if you know anybody out there that has cognitive impairment, that has early onset dementia, and they have a fire in their belly, much like me, send me a private message and I will put an email address in the bottom, because I gotta look at my other email address in the description below, and email me their information so I can contact them, because if nothing else, a bunch of us fiery people can get together, make some kind of a model, and maybe get something started, and at least get this ball rolling, because somebody's got to do it. And if we wait on the government, or we wait on Alzheimer's Association, it's not going to happen. It's not going to happen. So with that, I am going to let you go, and we will talk to you later. Have a great day, and remember to live life to the fullest. Live life with no regrets, and we'll see you later. Bye-bye.